So here's an example. I've mentioned two brands today. My brand to It's a Good Life, Buffini and Company to Buffini Coaching, We Got You, as an example of how this magic works. Talk, if you will, for a second. How can entrepreneurs create and build their own brand? Maybe someone listening is big enough to be able to go and approach Dead Reckoning and Kevin Keenan, and if you're interested in that,
we're here for you. Sure.
Yeah, go to deadreckoning.ie. But but how can an average ordinary person who's trying to get it going here, how can they create and build their brand?
Well, I have sent you guys a little template, a lexicon, and a lexicon being the language of you, on the map of you and who you are and your brand blueprint on one page. Mm-hmm. If you go to that and literally follow the headings on that. So, like I said, it always starts with your audience. Right. Who are they? How are they feeling about the world around them, let's say? And what is the benefit you can supply them? What's the benefit to that audience of dealing with you? What pain points can you remove for them? What dragons can you slay, basically, in the market for them? So start with your audience in mind. And I do recommend writing this down and having something that you go, right, that's the yardstick for who we are as a brand. The second thing I would do is look really carefully at your product or your service. What are the points of difference? How do you do it differently? If there's 5 guys selling houses in your area, how do you do it differently? It could be as simple as we respond to your emails within 5 minutes or whatever it is. Well, what are the actual points of difference that you're proud of? And how do you prove that every day? Can you prove that? What are the proof points? So that's on your product or your service. Once you've got them, then it's about living them every day. And then I suppose it's about you, who you are. Be it a company or a one-man band, whatever it is, what are your values and therefore what's your personality? So I value X, therefore I act Y. If you have 3 or 4 of those characteristics, that's you sorted, and you stick to those. And less is more on this stuff. The simpler and shorter you can make it, the better. And I always then have in the middle of that little form is your mantra. What do you say to yourself in the mirror every morning about what are you going to deliver today, or how are you going to perform today? What is that? And that can end up being your tagline, your just do it, or your we've got you, or whatever. But the circles around that are a good way to get to that.
So to recap, it's the benefit to the audience, it's your values and personality, points of difference, your target and insight, your promise, your proof, and then the mantra in the middle. And so for those of you listening, Kevin's done you a solid. And here's what he and the folks at Dead Reckoning have put together. They've got this brand lexicon sample template, which actually has the questions in each one of these categories I just wrote out. And then we've given you a blank one for you to be able to do the exercise. So if you go to itsagoodlife.com, which Kevin and his team created for us, itsagoodlife.com, go into resources, and then click on that. You'll see the brand lexicon sample template, and then a way to actually go do the exercise yourself. It's absolute goldmine, and it's changed my business. It's you guys have more than tripled our audience since you got involved with the podcast. The quality of the people listening, the feedback we've gotten, the brand work with Buffini and Company has been extraordinary. I'm all in on Kevin Keenan and Dead Reckoning. They've done a marvelous job. Right. In fact, for those of you who are interested, Kevin and the other 2 lads in Dead Reckoning, we have J.M. LaRue and Jamie Hickey, who's the master of the dark arts. He's the social media guru. They're actually, I've asked them to come and help for our leadership conference. And we're going to do our leadership conference in Austin, Texas this year on September 8th and 9th. And if you're interested in learning about how to build a brand, a digital brand, and then how to bring it to the marketplace, the lads are going to come and do a live session, a Q&A, and also we're going to bring these resources to light. So there's going to be some big players there. We've got people coming. It's going to be a fantastic event. We got Lisa Bodell speaking. We have a two-time Olympic winning coach who's coming. We have CEOs from some of the major brands in the world are going to be there. We have leaders coming from all over North America. So if you're interested in the leadership conference, we have our teams people coming. We're going to put people in groups and brainstorm and network. So you'll have peer groups at lunch both days. It's a brilliant, brilliant event. And there's a couple hundred seats left for that. So if you want to come and see in person Austin in September 8th and 9th, you go to itsagoodlife.com/TLC. Check that out. It's going to be a fabulous couple of days.
Thanks for watching. If you want more tips on how to think, feel, and do better, check out these videos too. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a like if you enjoyed the content.